Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered about industries which makes you billionaire? Here is four most likely industries that can make you a billionaire. There are a few reasons why you may begin your business in a specific industry. Be that as it may, in case you're looking for greater freedoms, you might be considering what enterprises make the most moguls. At the point when I was around 10 years of age, my father and I would go fishing pretty much 30 minutes from the city. This was the point at which I was back in Hong Kong. He generally got into this little boat, and I would pose my father this inquiry. Father, for what reason do I need to get on a boat to go to this zone? For what reason wouldn't we be able to simply fish where we were? For what reason do we need to make this outing? At that point, my father would say to me, in light of the fact that that is the place where the fish is. And in view of this answer from my father, I would consistently recollect this exercise. Very much like a journalist asked the popular bank looter, for what reason did you ransack the bank? Because that is the place where the cash is. It's a similar thought. Along these lines, as a business visionary, picking the correct business is exceptionally essential. Nobody begins a business with the goal of bombing it. There are numerous enterprises we can get into, and some of the time, we are careless. We say we can go into any industry to sell any item, administration or arrangement and be effective doing that. I believe it's essentially false. Here's an inquiry numerous business visionaries pose. What ventures make the most moguls? In this article, I will impart to you the ventures that destined to make you a mogul, if that is your objective. By the by, there are numerous enterprises you can get into, and I'm not discussing contrivances and stunts of digital money or winning the lottery. I'm discussing real demonstrated ventures that have made moguls and very rich people. Industry number 1: financial services. Organizations that oversee cash, the executives of cash or resources. Advance affiliations like banks, monetary organizations, financier, and insurance agencies. Every one of these organizations are well off on the grounds that there's a ton of cash in cash. Something I've gained from one of my tutors, Dan Pena. He said to me, Dan, absolutely always remember, the money is in the money. There's a ton of cash to be made by overseeing and putting away cash. Michael Bloomberg, previous City Hall leader of New York, turned into a tycoon by giving monetary information to the monetary business. He started his vocation at a security business prior to framing his own organization in 1981, Bloomberg LP, where he gives monetary information in the monetary help area. He is the 9th most extravagant individual in the United States and the 14th most extravagant individual on the planet. His total assets was assessed at $58 billion. Anyway, he would have posed this inquiry himself. What businesses make the most tycoons? Yet, on the other hand, he started his profession with the business prior to framing his own organization. Like some other ability, it requires a long time to dominate, and what he had is unquestionably a top-level salary expertise. Industry number 2: technology. You think about Google, Facebook, and Apple, yet we should discuss what's past that. Consider what conventional enterprises that you can go into by utilizing innovation. A business that you could do to upset the innovation. What's more, we allude to them as the disruptors. A few organizations are genuine disruptors and are not something terrible. It's an interaction by which a more straightforward, more reasonable item or administration is perseveringly climbing the market from the root at the base, uprooting set-up contenders. All things considered, is anything but another wonder. It's been occurring for quite a long time. Henceforth, for certain organizations or entrepreneurs being tycoons now. In this way, consider how you could utilize innovation to make things more productive. Presently, what's past Google and Facebook? I'm discussing advanced mechanics, man-made reasoning, mechanization, and makers of these innovation items, or in any event, giving innovation as administrations. That would be billions in esteem that will be made in this specific area. For example, Netflix, for how they dealt with Blockbuster, and surprisingly the development of advanced cameras from old film cameras. One splendid model, Disney. They broke a world record in film industry deals in 2019 by changing our record-breaking most loved youth works of art. Present day and drawing in encounters were made by computerized animation technology. Is it accurate to say that you are an innovation business person? Industry number 3: healthcare. The medical services industry is amazingly changed. My tutor, Dan Pena, the trillion-dollar man, discusses this a great deal. Medical services. Why? Since individuals will go through a ton of cash to live more. Also, when I say medical care, what I'm alluding to is, could be helped living, senior homes, drug, or any items and administrations that will help individuals live more and stay better. Presently, that is a generally excellent industry to get into in case you're looking for what businesses make the most moguls. The medical care industry, it's offering acceptable support and worth to various patients that are looking for care. Hence, there are a wide range of ways to progress on the off chance that you can think about an item or administration to serve the world. Consider everything. The total populace has expanded and will increment higher by 2050. Also, if innovation and medical services are incorporated, another chance for cooperation and advancement will drive the market forward. An article from Forbes talked about advanced well-being advances. It was referenced that Frost & Sullivan accepts the general AI in the clinical imaging space will be more than $1 billion by 2022. Industry number 4: energy. Not simply oil and gas, we should go past it. Solar, wind, hydroelectric, biomass and geothermal power can give energy without the impacts of petroleum products. With billions of individuals living on our planet, we need to drive more capacity to our gadgets and innovation. As the conversation around environmental change emerges, this tops the rundown of impending development on the planet. This can be carried out to extend energy access in non-industrial nations. With billions of individuals internationally, it's likewise an enormous industry where you can concoct innovative answers for tackle an unnatural weather change. So, for this industry, not exclusively would it be able to make you millions, it could make you billions. Notwithstanding, this isn't pretty much as straightforward as the wide range of various businesses. You need to have a specific group and an outright comprehension of how this functions. To execute such ventures, you may have to work with the public authority with regards to this area. A specific degree of range of abilities is fundamental in the event that you have an interest in this specific industry. All in all, in the event that you have this inquiry as a top priority, what businesses make the most millions? The energy industry is certainly one of them.